Now go.
Aloha everybody, thanks for tuning in to PhotoLuke Hawaii for your weekly Hawaii update. It is Monday, September 14th, 2020. This is our current COVID numbers. We still have a stay-at-home work from home order which has been extended until September 24th, 2020. No gatherings are allowed indoors or outdoors. The police are giving tickets with heavy fines to anyone caught violating this. Beaches and parks have been reopened, but for single person use only, meaning you can't go to the park or beach with friends or family. How this works is you can use the park by yourself, or you can go to the beach and sit down at the beach and lie down, but only by yourself. I have seen people go to the beach together, but they'll sit 6 feet apart from each other. You can't really do that with family, especially with younger children. Maybe a couple can go together where one person will sit on the beach and the other person will be in the water, as long as you're not sitting together. The police are patrolling the parks and the beaches to make sure people are following these rules. I was at Sandy Beach the other day and the police kept coming down to the beach on the sand and patrolling and making sure that people were following this. Certain places at the parks and the beaches are still restricted. You just have to look at the signs and follow the directions. Do not cross over any barriers that are still up and any tape. Saw that at the wall in Waikiki. I don't know what to say about that. I'm sure if police were to catch those people hanging out on the wall, they could get in trouble. And honestly, I don't have the money to pay for fines. I just wouldn't do it. The pre-travel test program that would allow you to skip the 14-day mandatory quarantine has been pushed back to October 1st, 2020. I honestly don't understand this pre-travel test program, as you're supposed to take this test a few days before you're traveling, but you can still get the virus after you take the test. So how does that really make you in the clear for travel? As of now, if you are traveling to Hawaii, returning home to Hawaii, or moving to Hawaii, you still have to do the 14-day mandatory quarantine. As of September 1st, 2020, there is a new Safe Travels program you can access through this link over here, which anyone traveling to Hawaii needs to sign in and complete this online form before coming to Hawaii. If you go to this link, there's going to be a video and it'll kind of show you what to do. Also, you still need to do the 14-day mandatory quarantine when you do arrive to the islands. And again, this means you have to go straight to your hotel or your residence. You cannot go shopping, and you are not allowed to leave your hotel or residence for the 14 days. Here are some websites for some food delivery services here in Hawaii that you can use to have food delivered to your hotel or your residence. There's a UberEats.com, and there's a BiteSquads.com, and then there's a Instacart.com also for grocery delivery services. I think everyone traveling should be tested at the airport before leaving for their destination, including pilots and flight attendants. With one of those tests that you can get results in minutes, which would be included at the cost of the airfare, which the airline would then pay the airport COVID officials that are administering this test. No one would be allowed to travel without getting a negative result to this COVID test. If you or anyone in your traveling group shows a positive result for this COVID test, no one in your group is allowed to travel. As a standard, the airlines should give anyone who is testing positive for COVID credit for a future trip. That's just what I think should happen. If this was Luke's world, that's how it would be. I realistically don't know what it would take to make something like this happen. Kinda makes sense though, at least until we have an effective vaccine. Yes, I realize that the vaccine is not 100% protection, but it would help a lot. The inter-island mandatory quarantine is still on, which means if you're traveling to Maui, Kauai, Big Island or Molokai or Lanai, you still have to do the 14-day mandatory quarantine, regardless of where you're coming from. This includes traveling from Oahu to one of the other islands. If you're coming to Oahu from Big Island, Maui, Kauai, Molokai, or Lanai, you do not have to do the 14-day mandatory quarantine. Here are our links to all our current COVID and travel to Hawaii information. These will also be in the description down below. Here are the links to our Hawaii news channels for Hawaii News Now and KHON 2 News for both their website and their YouTube channels. These will also be in the description down below. It is important to social distance, especially from people not in your household, because COVID is spread through vapor droplets that we produce when we breathe, talk, laugh, sing, cough, or sneeze. These vapor droplets travel 6 feet from the person before they reach the ground. That's why it's important to wear your mask and stay 6 feet apart from other people. And if somebody is running or jogging or riding a bike, give them even more space. For now, no more hugs and kisses and handshakes as greetings. You may never show signs of this virus, but you can give it to others. Let's all do our part in not spreading this virus around. Regarding masks, more and more places are not allowing you to wear masks with exhaust vents like this, or like these, or just face shields like this, because if you have the coronavirus, you can still breathe out the vapor droplets and infect other people. Yes, the face shield is supposed to protect your eyes. So if you combine this with the mask, this is the best protection that you can have, aside from having an actual N95 mask also. So when you wear a mask, make sure it's one without exhaust. And if you do wear a face shield, make sure you wear it with the mask. Nothing is 100%, but the more effort you put into protecting yourself or protecting others from you really does make a huge difference. Wear your mask whenever you are outside, as it's required in a lot of places. Maybe if you're walking outdoors, it's not such a big deal unless you're walking around other people. When you go into buildings or offices, businesses, stores, restaurants, and you ordering takeout food, you need to have the mask on. When you go into an office, you need to have the mask on. If you go into a bus or a taxi, they will not allow you in there without a mask. You need to wear a mask. Yeah, I understand why people don't wear masks at the beach, because you can't breathe with a wet mask on, especially when you're swimming or surfing. That's the reason why you need to stay 6 feet apart from other people while at the beach or walking or anywhere. Wash your hands for 20 seconds with soap and water, and when soap and water is not available, use hand sanitizer. This is so if you do have the virus on your hands from going out and touching things or doing things, you will kill it when you wash it with the soap and water or you use the hand sanitizer. Yeah. I also suggest after each use washing your mask. I just use regular hand soap and wash that for at least 20 seconds, and I wash my face at the same time whenever I come home, and after I'm done washing it, wring it out and I hang it up to dry so I can use it later on. That's why it's always good to have a few different masks that you can use. I notice if I wash my mask in the laundry, it tends to have little particles of lint and stuff in it, and that tickles my nose when I'm wearing it. I don't like that. It's irritating, and I have to keep playing with my mask. Check out another live episode of Mele in Hawaii this Saturday, September 19, 2020 at 4 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. This episode is hosted by Big Koa, featuring Kalib Keolanui, Maile, and Fia. Go to hakuhawaii.com and click on Mele in Hawaii for the links to watch this on Facebook or YouTube. The link is here in their poster and will also be down below in the description. More than ever, we need Dan Kaiser's exercise channel on YouTube. Show them some aloha and check out his Safe Exercise channel and subscribe to him today. Dan Kaiser's link is there and will be in the description below. PhotoLukeHawaii is sponsored by Molokai Hawaiian music artist Lono. You will hear his music in some of our videos, especially our driving videos. Lono was live with Andy Bumatai this past week. Here's a link to that episode. Check it out if you want to find out more about Lono. And then you can check out Andy Bumatai's channel at the same time. LonoMusic.com. Go check out his website and maybe buy a CD today. We are also sponsored by Shark Dog Designs Hawaii. Check out his t-shirts on Amazon.com. These are some of the available designs. And here is the Amazon link down here. He also has a PhotoLukeHawaii t-shirt available for purchase. Check out Shark Dog Designs Hawaii and buy a t-shirt today. If you want to see what our family does on trips, making these videos here, or if you're into bone dance, please check out our other channel, PhotoLukeHawaii Travels and Bone Dance. The link is here and it will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe and click the bell so you can get notification every time we post a new video. If you want to help us out a little bit more, you can join the PhotoLukeHawaii team on Patreon, or you can contribute to us with our PayPal link here. Mahalo nui loa, which means thanks very much. Malama pono, which means take care. Ahui ho, which means until next time. Aloha. Aloha.